Hello teasers and travelers, my name is teased, and we have finally gotten ourselves an official teaser for the next upcoming League of Legends champion, Yuumi. Unfortunately, Yuumi was leaked a little bit ahead of time by a YouTuber who set a video live that they really shouldn't have set live that revealed the character's character design and their kit and stuff like that. Whether that was an accident or on purpose, I don't actually know, but either way, I haven't seen those leaks, I haven't looked them up. I've seen the thumbnail for the video, so I know what Yuumi's character design looks like, but that's about it. So we're not going to be discussing the leaked information in this particular video. We're just going to be looking at the teaser that we've got, the information that we already have, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a speculation exercise. Just like with the information that we have without the leaked information, what could we possibly tell about who Yuumi is as a character, what their story is going to be about, where they're going to go, or who they're going to interact with, and things like that, and what kind of themes are at play with the character. So the first thing that comes up when you watch the teaser is the relationship between Yuumi and their book. Now, the book itself seems to be sentient. It seems to be capable not only of responding to Yuumi's questions with by drawing new information on the pages in response to what she wants to learn and what she wants to find out. It is also capable of actually emoting. It flips up the page here and acts like a little head, giving a little bit of a head waggle, a head shake, as a negative response to one of her questions. So it's sentient, not just in the sense that it responds to her question, but in the sense that it seems to have a will and a personality of its own. Yuumi, on the other hand, seems to be very naive. They also seem to be very young, and rather, they don't really seem to know much about the ways of the world, or how the world works, or how the world is put together. This is evidenced by a couple of things. First of all, the Bilgewater section here, where Yuumi asks the book to take a note that this place has lots of big fish. Like, that was the main thing Yuumi noticed about Bilgewater, this pirate haven that is full of, like, explosions and gunfights and backstabbings and misfortune fighting, gangplank for control, and all this stuff going on. But the main thing Yuumi noticed was the fish. Interesting. And then there's the end of the video where the book displays this great void portal. I believe this is Ikathia on the south side of Shurima, because that's the largest void portal that we know of in League of Legends that is currently active and not sealed off like the Howling Abyss. And Yuumi's response to seeing this great glowing purple portal isn't to go, oh, that's the void, we'd better stay really far away, but to dive into the closest available wormhole to get to Ikathia as soon as possible. All of that suggests to me that Yuumi might not be human, or rather, I say human, might not have a human intelligence. That is to say, I don't think Yuumi is a Vastaya, I don't think Yuumi is a Yordle, I think Yuumi is an animal. And part of the reason why I think that is that Yuumi, like in the voiceover in the teaser, Yuumi says that they're searching for their master. They're looking for their master. Now, that could be an apprentice looking for their teacher, but it could also be a pet looking for their master. Sort of in the vein of those animal movies where, like, the animal is stuck somewhere far away from home and has to take a long journey in order to make it back to its master somewhere. What are they called? The Longest Journey or something along those lines? Where the point of the story is to have the animal travel across the world, get into all kinds of situations, and have all this humorous, interesting animal perspective commentary on how the real world works for humans and stuff like that. That's the sense that I'm getting from Yuumi as a character. That's the sense I'm getting from the way that the character is being presented. So I think that's what's going to be going on. And that would be interesting because, like, that would also set Yuumi apart from a lot of other League of Legends champions, because we have animal champions in the game, certainly. We have Anivia. We have Nidalee, who can turn into a cougar and stuff like that. But we don't really have a character who is in the mindset of an animal, who's in the mindset of something that doesn't have a human intelligence, but like which has that different perspective on the world. That would make Yuumi unique, which is necessary because a lot of other stuff about Yuumi doesn't seem to be very unique. The whole idea that Yuumi's, like, their character concept is they're on this permanent world journey looking for their lost master mirrors something that we've already gotten in League of Legends, which is specifically Poppy. Poppy is on this permanent quest, this permanent journey to find the hero who's worthy of wielding the hammer that she carries around. The irony, of course, being that Poppy is the hero who's worthy of wielding the hammer, and she never realizes this. And similarly, with Nunu and Willump, we have this dynamic where you have this young, naive, excited, adventurous person who's out exploring the world, trying to figure stuff out, who's being guided and protected by this ancient creature that is older and wiser than themselves. In Nunu's case, Willump, the Yeti, knows more about the world, knows more about Nunu's fate, and acts as a mentor and a guide and a protector. In Yume's case, they seem to have this dynamic with the book, where the book is acting as a guide and a mentor and as a means of conveyance across the world for the champion. And so with those two kind of rehashed concepts going on, it would make sense to me that they would have a champion who's an entirely new concept from a personality perspective in League of Legends. And that, to me, seems to be what's going on. Now, it might be that Yuumi is a Yordle. Like, there's some evidence to suggest that they might be a Yordle, specifically the whole traveling through portals thing that's going on. Because, like, the only other creatures in Runeterran, Pantheon, or in the Runeterran cosmology, that's the word I'm looking for, that are able to travel into portals that are located along magical lines all across the world are Yordles. Like the portals to Bandle City that appear on the world map, on the League of Legends map, all of them are placed alongside a series of what are they called? Fibonacci spirals. Like, they're placed along these spiraling lines on the map where they appear randomly at various points. And there seems to be something similar going on here with these flows of magic that are shown on the map here. And you can see the portals, by the way, if you pay close attention to them, the portals themselves are moving across these lines. They're shifting, they're changing their place. The only other creatures for whom this applies are Yordles, so it's possible that Yuumi is in fact a Yordle, or is associated with a Yordle. Maybe she's a Yordle's pet or something. But which one exactly it's going to be, I don't know. Something else interesting that's going on here is you look at this void portal, right? Which I believe is Icathia that we're looking at here. You look at this void portal, and look at how the magical lines, like these portal lines or whatever they are kind of being sucked into the void, almost like they're circling a drain, like liquid circling some kind of drain. And the portal points, these little circles that are moving across the magical lines, they too are moving towards the void, all of them. So that introduces the idea that the void rift in Icathia and the void rifts in general in the League of Legends world act as kind of not only like points of conveyance where void creatures can enter the world of Runeterra, but also as a kind of drain, a wound on the world that's kind of sucking magical energy out of it. And if I was a betting man, I would bet that Yuumi's lost master went off to investigate that stuff, like went off to try and figure out why is the world magic being drained into these void rifts or whatever, and that's where Yuumi's master has gotten lost, and that Yuumi eventually is going to have some kind of connection with the void in the sense that that's where they're going to have to go to find their master and either bring them back or, you know, confront the fact that their master may be gone forever. Which one is going to be, I don't know. I mean, the latter option seems kind of heartbreaking to me. But yeah, that was about sort of all I really noticed about Yuumi initially. We'll, of course, have a much longer and much more in-depth discussion where half of what I've said in this video is going to turn out to be wrong once Yuumi is officially revealed and released. But for now, I just wanted to speculate a little bit and have a little bit of fun, because this is always enjoyable to me to try and tease out what information is contained in a teaser and how much of the character's concept you can kind of glean from that. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, as always, you can hit the like button, comment button, subscribe button, bell icon, and I don't know, if YouTube introduces some new button in the next few months and you're watching that video afterwards, I don't know why you would, but you click that button as well just to be sure, because numbers going up is good and YouTube will let me keep my job doing videos, and numbers going down is not so good. So you can help me out like that. If you want to support the channel directly, then there is Patreon for that specific purpose, where you can go and you can sign up for a monthly subscription of literally whatever the heck you want. Or you can give me a direct tip. Like, if you don't want to do a subscription thing, you can do a one-time tip to say, hey, you made a video that I enjoyed, good job, in some of the donation links down below. Now, as I say at the end of my videos, even $1 that you contribute directly to a content creator can mean the same as like thousands of views. Like, it's $1 doesn't sound like a lot, but it can mean a hell of a lot to content creators like me. So whether it's me or some other content creator who you like, whose work you enjoy, please consider supporting us directly when you can, because that always means so much more and makes so much more of a difference than you could ever even possibly imagine. Of course, if you don't want to, or you can't support me or any other content creator directly, yeah, we get it. We know. Like, money is tight, and it's always tough, and it's completely fine. I don't want you to feel bad about it. It's enough that you just watch our content and, you know, comment and like and do all the other free stuff that you can do to help us out. That's more than enough. If you haven't enjoyed this video, well, there is a dislike button down below that you can click on to let YouTube know that you don't like it. And I promise you, it is the dislike button. It is the one. I mean, maybe you heard a rumor about something like that. Maybe like the dislike button had gotten away, like the manhunt and me running through the woods with dogs and guns and stuff. No, the dislike button is right there, and if you don't have to look close at it. You don't have to look too close. It's fine. It is the real dislike button. I promise you for sure. So if you click on it, definitely gonna be a dislike communicated to YouTube. It's gonna be. So it's fine. Click the dislike button if you want to. Seriously, are they gonna buy this? No, like, you painted it. You have to make. It's like if that button isn't back in custody within like 24 hours, I'm gonna your ass. No, don't cry. Go and find him. God damn it.